Have you ever noticed that the moment something good starts happening in your life, you find a way to destroy it? You meet someone who actually treats you well, and suddenly you pick fights over nothing. You finally get the promotion, and within weeks you are showing up late. You start losing weight, feeling great, and then you binge for 3 days straight. You are not crazy. You are not broken, and you are not the only one. Research from the University of California, Berkeley, found that 73% of people engage in self-sabotaging behaviors, specifically when positive changes occur in their lives, not during crisis, not during failure, during success. The better things get, the harder they work to destroy what they have built. This is not a personality flaw. This is a protection mechanism that has gone wrong. The Japanese have a concept called kongreduoi, osorioi. It literally means too much to bear, or overwhelmingly good. It describes the fear that comes not from bad things happening, but from good things feeling too good to be true. Ancient Japanese culture understood something Western psychology is only beginning to grasp. Sometimes the greatest threat to your happiness is not external. It is the belief that you do not deserve to keep it. Tell me in the comments, when was the last time something good happened and you immediately thought, this cannot last? Because that thought is where self-sabotage begins. My name is Dr. Hannah. I am a relationship coach with 22 years of experience. I help people heal, grow, and improve their relationships. I also research Japanese self-care methods to support modern research on well-being. What I have discovered is that self-sabotage is not about weakness. It is about perceived safety. Here is what your therapist might not be telling you. Your brain does not want you to be happy. Your brain wants you to be safe. And sometimes it decides that being safe means staying exactly where you are. Even if where you are makes you miserable. Dr. Judson Brewer at Brown University conducted research in 2021 on reward-based learning and self-sabotage. He discovered that your brain creates prediction models based on past experiences. If your past was painful, your brain predicts good things will lead to pain. So when good things happen, your brain panics. It sees good as a threat because it does not match the prediction model. This is why you sabotage healthy relationships. Your brain knows this feels different from what you experienced before. Different equals dangerous. So it creates anxiety, doubt, and reasons to leave before you get left. The Japanese understood it as fen wo shiru, ban wo shiru, know your place. You have an unconscious belief about how much success or happiness you are allowed. When you exceed that limit, your nervous system creates problems to bring you back down. Think about it. You have a great week at work. You feel confident. Then suddenly you get sick, or you fight with your partner, or you make a careless mistake. Your conscious mind wants more. Your unconscious mind says, this is too much, and forces you back to familiar struggle. The second is familiarity, addiction. Your brain seeks what is familiar, not what is good. If chaos is familiar, peace feels threatening. If criticism is familiar, compliments feel suspicious. The Japanese concept of guan reiten shimu, narashita shimu, means to grow accustomed to, but carries the deeper meaning that what we grow accustomed to becomes what we crave, even if it hurts us. Research from the Neuroleadership Institute in 2022 showed participants raised in high-conflict environments had stronger dopamine responses to conflict than harmony. Their brains learned to find pleasure in pain. The third is identity protection. You have built an identity around struggle. You are the person who has bad luck. You are the person relationships do not work for. That identity feels true because you have evidence, years of evidence. And when something good contradicts that identity, your brain faces a choice. Change the identity or eliminate the evidence. Changing identity feels like death. Sabotaging is easier. The Japanese have a practice for this called shiteru sudaru. It means to throw away, But in Zen philosophy, it means releasing old identities that no longer serve you. The Japanese have a practice for this called shiteru, sutaru. It means to throw away. But in Zen philosophy, it specifically means releasing old identities that no longer serve you. Before a monk could progress to the next stage of training, he had to symbolically die to his old self. He had to let go of who he was to become who he needed to be. So how do you stop sabotaging yourself? How do you rewire patterns running for years? First, catch yourself in the act. Self-sabotage feels logical in the moment. You are not thinking, I will destroy this. You are thinking, I am protecting myself, or I am being realistic. The sabotage hides behind reasonable thoughts. Create a pattern journal. For 2 weeks, when something good happens, write your immediate thought and action. Got a compliment at work? Write the thought. Write the action. Had a great date? Write it down. The pattern will reveal itself. You will see your thoughts after good events are catastrophic and your actions are destructive. Second, increase your tolerance for good feelings. This sounds strange, but it is essential. Most people can only tolerate 30 seconds of positive emotion before their brain creates a problem. Set a timer. When something good happens, sit with the feeling for 60 seconds. Do not think about what could go wrong. Do not plan your next move. Just feel the good feeling. Your nervous system will scream. Let it scream. You are teaching it that good feelings are not dangerous. The Japanese practice of jian-ma applies here. Ma means the space between things, the pause, the gap. In traditional Japanese arts, the ma is as important as the action. You need to create ma between the good event and your reaction. In that space, you can choose differently. Third, challenge your upper limit. Stanford University research in 2023 showed participants practicing success tolerance training for 8 weeks had 47% reduction in self-sabotaging behaviors. Here is how. Identify your current limit. Maybe you allow yourself 2 days of happiness before you create a crisis. For the next month, try to extend it to 3 days. Not 7, just 3. When you hit day 3 and your brain looks for problems, acknowledge it. Say out loud, my brain is trying to bring me back down. I am safe. I can stay here. Then do one thing that extends the good feeling. Call a friend and share the news. Write down what went well. Fourth, separate your identity from your history. You are not your past. You are not your patterns. The Japanese concept of wuchang mujo means impermanence. Everything changes, including you. The person who sabotaged relationships 5 years ago does not have to be the person who sabotages today. You can change. But first, you have to believe change is possible. Write down your sabotage identity. I am someone who ruins good things. Then write the truth underneath. I was someone who learned to expect pain. I am now someone learning to trust good things. Read it every morning. Your brain needs repetition to rewire. A Harvard Medical School study in 2022 found participants who actively worked to shift their self-concept showed measurable neural pathway changes within 12 weeks. A study from Harvard Medical School in 2022 found that participants who actively worked to shift their self-concept showed measurable changes in neural pathways within 12 weeks. The anterior cingulate cortex, which governs self-referential thinking, showed increased connectivity to the prefrontal cortex, which governs conscious choice. They were literally building new neural highways between their old identity and their new possibilities. Here is what happens when you stop sabotaging. You do not become perfect, but the problems you have are real, not manufactured. You stop creating crises to feel normal. You stop pushing people away to feel safe. Real growth becomes possible. The ancient Japanese understood the greatest battle is against the part of yourself that believes you do not deserve peace. They called this mo, ma, the demon, or obstacle. But the ma lives in your mind. It speaks in your voice. You might think this sounds too hard, but sabotage is exhausting. Creating problems takes enormous energy. You are already working hard, just against yourself, instead of for yourself. The Japanese say, Shino shiang ni mosannen, ishino ue ni mosannen, even on a stone. 3 years. Even the hardest change is possible with patience. You do not need to fix everything today. Just catch yourself once. Pause once. Choose differently once. One time becomes a pattern. A pattern becomes a new way of being. You are not broken. You are protecting yourself with outdated strategies. Now, you can choose something different. One pause, one choice, one moment of letting the good things stay. If this resonated, consider subscribing. You deserve good things, and you deserve to keep them.